am joined by PimpToxie, TyeJae from MSF.GG, and we are talking about the worst event ever in Marvel Strike Force, plus some positive news. We are discussing how you can manage your resources better, plan for Dark Dimension 4 better, and a lot more with some of the new stuff on MSF.GG. Plus, I'm going to ask him about that API and the status of that. If you guys are ready for that, find that like button. And you know what to do. Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
What is up, Valley Maniacs? I am ValleyFlyin. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are having a great weekend, and I had a very different video plan today. I wanted to make a positive video, but there's so much heat from this event that I had the guys from MSF.GG here. We're going to talk about that event, plus we're going to talk all about all this awesome stuff on MSF.GG, about all the resource management, Dark Dimension 4 planner that they're doing, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button for more great Marvel Strike Force content. But here we are, guys. PimpToxie, TyeJae, what is up, my friends? How have you guys been?
So good.
So good.
Valley. Thanks for having us again.
All right, so let's talk about what was on the minds of everybody before we get to some positive, awesome stuff that you guys are doing on the website. How are you guys liking this event? This this power core spending event, the lunar calendar event that is going on, and this well wishes calendar milestones that we have in the game.
Yeah, you should have opened the video. Let's go open our wallets. Because it's kind of rough. Me and Ty are in the same alliance. We're in a top 200 alliance called Hydra, and it's caused definitely a little bit of drama within our ranks, which we typically don't have too much drama. We've been trying to push for that final G15 milestone. We basically didn't go into it. We weren't going to force anyone to try to get that Elite 5, but the G15s, even though it was 18 of them, are what, $25 by the store value currently?
Yeah.
So there were several.
Yeah, but you're getting those 15s, and then the redstone orb. Yep. It's not all it's cracked up to be. There may not be any minions in there, but you can get duplicates. And most people, they're getting duplicates, and instead of a 5-star character, they're getting 3,750 Elite 4 credits. So
yeah, that doesn't
awesome.
feel good when you put in all that investment in time and money. So well, cores, if you want to count cores as money, but yeah.
Yeah. So power cores, just spending that with the timing of the release. We got bugs with the timing of when people are spending their cores. We got people not able. They claimed that final milestone on the last day because I think they were trying to fix some of these bugs, and they ended up screwing a lot of people with this. We got people manipulating this system for red star orbs. I mean, what is your final take on this, TyeJae?
My final take is I hope something better comes. Like
a blog post to give us some positivity. Is that what you're
come on?
About?
At some point, like there's got to be good somewhere, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that I'm going to ask you guys about at the end that I hope is mentioned in the blog post that I discussed with Cerebro at that API. But let's talk about some new things going on at MSF.GG, which was the original reason that we were meeting today, to talk about all this cool stuff and not about this horrible lunar calendar event. I hope they made very little money from this and don't run this kind of event again. But we are looking at the new screen on MSF.GG. There's another planner in the roster section, or another tab in the roster section called Dark Dimension Planner. We got one for Dark Dimension 3 here, and we have one for Dark Dimension 4. I'll leave it up to you guys. Who wants to explain what is going on here?
Yeah, I can kick it off. So there's lots of, not lots, but there's a few other planners out there that didn't quite fit my needs of what I personally wanted in a planner. And so we ultimately just, after actually a lot of pressure from the community as well, asking day in, day out, like, when are you guys going to do a planner? We finally decided to do a planner. So you can see here, this one is the Dark Dimension 4 selection, but we also have a Dark Dimension 3 selection in there. And we also split it up by mini uniques there. In the
I see you got the 90s, the 72s. This is smart. I would have to go to like a couple different tools because there was nothing that was all inclusive. I would go to like a spreadsheet and then an infographic and stuff to try to find this. I like that it's all in one place and it's integrated with my roster as well, right?
Yeah. So this is it's the slim down looking version of your roster, just because I mean, if we chucked power and stars and gear tier on there and all of your equipped gear, I mean, it just would look really busy. And so we slimmed it down a little bit and just show, which characters have tech and which characters are skill and mutant and whatever the other ones are. So you can see there they have like little icons on them.
All right, so okay, we got this. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were to enter my roster here, like global, I took in Mr. Sinister. All I do is click on Mr. Sinister and it pops up there.
Yep.
Nice. All right. So who else did I enter? I had Sabretooth, Ghost, and Widow right here. Okay. So this is my team. This is, and then this is the power that I have based on my roster right now, which is pretty cool.
And you can see there you have no gear that you're needed. So it says all gear requirements met. So all the characters that you chose right underneath the global there, it says gear requirements met, because you've already done that. You've already collected all those. But if you threw in someone in there, throw in whoever, it doesn't matter, whoever you don't have at G15.
Blob.
There you go, Blob. There you go. So now it went out, calculated all the material from your roster, what you need for Blob. This also takes into account gear you already have equipped, and what gear tier that character is, and then it calculates what all you need.
Nice. Okay. So yeah. So now if I wanted to take Blob in, I know exactly how many pieces of all these gears. Makes it super convenient. And if I'm looking at my cosmic roster, like one character I'm working on right now is Longshot. All right. So this is all the pieces I need. This is so cool. Now, one thing we're talking about is how to get all this data in, and we got a couple different sections here about your inventory. You could enter it manually, but there's an easier way to do it. You want to run me through that, PimpToxie, as we switch to this screen right here about my roster and looking at this horrible milestones that we're talking about.
Yeah. One of our tool partners that we work with is Zarathos, and he develops MANTIS, which is actually a program which you run as a standalone on PC or Mac. And it will process a lot of information that is happening inside your emulator, whichever you're running, be it BlueStacks or LD Player or Mimu, whichever one you're using, basically. And what it will do is, in this case, it will actually process all of your active inventory and get a count on how many pieces of gear that you have. And one of the easiest ways you can do this is by going to the War Store and clicking on the info of one of the gear orbs, and then just clicking on any one of those pillars. And yeah, you're doing it right now. You can click run on the gear.
And it's updating automatically. It's getting all the data, and then that goes up to MSF.g on my roster, GG for my roster page.
Correct. Yeah, you have to push it from the tools. If you click on tools, and then export inventory to MSF, and then
I would need to enter all my game data with the.
There's a settings tab at the bottom of Mantis. Yes. So you would input your identifier for MSF GG as well as your Zaratools identifier.
Okay, and I would just go through this, and it's still got to go through this one by one, but it's a lot easier than writing it down, and it's pretty much real quick. It's way faster than writing it down, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get most of the items within like 5 to 10 minutes and get a full snapshot of where your active inventory is.
I like it, and this is the way to do your roster right now as well. And as you can see here, it's integrating with the actual data on MSF.gg, with the data that you guys have for these T4s with the ISO 8 classes. So it makes it very easy, and that's integrated right with the data that you guys have been collecting for a while, and makes it very easy if you are looking at it on BlueStacks.
Yeah, it's just another layer of integration that we wanted to provide, and Zarathos did an amazing job of producing the overlay and getting all the data on the screen inside the emulator. So yeah, it's fantastic. We're really pleased with how it came out.
I like it. All right, so going back to MSF.gg, any other features that you want to highlight? I think this is pretty big, having all the data updated on the roster screen, and then this new roster screen for planning, or on the inventory screen, the brand new inventory screen that you guys have here. But this DD4 Planner just makes it so makes it so there we go. The load screen. There we go. And then yes, if I hit the rest of my cosmic characters that I want to bring in, Proxima Midnight, there we go, and Thanos, and the last one is Minerva. That'll give me all the gear that I need, all these pieces totally up to date as soon as I push that data up to msf.gg, and makes it easy to farm. I like this. Yeah, I think you guys have done an awesome job with this.
Yeah, so just so you know, like on your inventory screen, you can also go in there and just enter that manually if you wanted to. So like if you hover over the character, if you enter one of the pieces that you need, so if you went to your roster and updated that, what it'll show here is how many you actually have.
Okay, so I need the 54, but let's say I have 53. Would it show 1 here, or would it show 54 and then I own 53?
It would say owned 1, and however many you have in the active inventory.
Well, it'd say owned 53, but it'll still show 54. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And then
so
the other cool feature,
the
other cool feature too about this is you're working on more than one character at the same time. So as you hover over those pieces, it'll show you what character that is needed for.
Okay. You'll notice the target around the character spending. It indicates who that piece of gear is required by.
So if you click on like a catalyst, it'll show them all, But
and then another nice little sub feature of that as well. If you open up the total materials required and hover over a gear icon in that, it's below legendary.
Okay, the total material.
And if you hover over one of those, now scroll back up a little bit, so you can see the teams. And now if you hover over one of those gear icons, it will highlight all of the teams.
It's going on the roster. Okay, I was clicking on the actual catalyst. I'm like, it's not showing the character. I see what it's doing up there. It's the character.
So if you hover over one of the items within a team subset, it will only show who it needs in that team. If you do it within a total materials required subset, it will show it with all of the teams who needs those items.
Now I'm looking in the right place. I'm like, okay, I get it now. So this is cool. This is really good work you guys did.
So just to showcase something else, if you go back to your inventory and update that mini unique there, because
let's say which. Let me just push it from msf.gg's for some of the mini uniques that we just did. Okay, so I just did the inventory push from the MANTIS tool, and now some of these are red. What does this mean?
Now that means that you have an inventory, but you don't have enough of that item.
Okay, so I didn't go through all of these items to let me know what I have in my actual inventory.
But once you get your inventory up to date, you get a quick glimpse of what you need to work on just by looking at what's red. So you need to go and collect, micro dots, for example, and you can. I think you did get some of them. Yeah, see, you had 14, and you need 18.
Okay, cool. And I know I don't need these just for this cut. No, I like this. This is so much easier. I'm gonna go finish after we're done recording this. I'm gonna go through all my inventory, get it all uploaded, and make sure it's correct, and then ease up my farming. This is really nice. So I like a lot of this.
It actually helped me out a lot too, because like when I'm just looking at the next team that I have, like I have a lot of the materials that I need, but then I go and look at total and I'm like, oh, wow, I actually need more, SBCs or something like that I didn't realize before. So I really do like having both views of having it by team and by total.
Yeah, this is really good. You guys did really good work here. Now, before we go, let me just go back, because I was having trouble with uploading the inventory here with the MANTIS. And the tools, you could export your roster to msf.gg. There's also a thing below exporting your inventory to msf.gg. So you're gonna have to click this one and click this one, and then you're good to go. So remember when you're doing that.
For reference too, Valley, if you're updating your roster and you're looking at, like, for instance, you have a long shot pictured right now. Up in the top right hand corner, you'll see there's actually an MSF icon. If you're going through and updating your icon and you get new player data, that icon will turn to a valid color, and you can, if you have your Zera tools connected to msf.gg, that icon will be active and you can just click it to upload.
Oh, okay. This right here. Like if I equip this piece, it'll show that it's something new, and I click this.
You would just have to have your physical MANTIS connected to msf.gg in the MANTIS settings, and that icon would be active.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And you haven't uploaded in the past 5 minutes.
Correct.
Well, I think you guys have done an awesome job with this. I hope a lot of players use this. I hope a lot of players visit the Patreon for all the awesome work that you guys have done with this. And I hope Scopely doesn't bring back an event like this anytime soon. Any other thoughts? Any other things that you guys are working on before we take off?
Yeah, a couple of things. Yeah, I've had some people express like concerns with Mantis about security of it and things like that, because it's something you're installing on your PC. So just so everybody knows, like ZeroTools has shared his code with me, and I've looked through it. There's nothing in there weird he's doing. It's totally legit. I'm stamping the MSFGG approval of it. So I just wanted to kind of throw that one out there.
Cool. And you guys are working on more meta reports with all this DD4 data as well, right?
Yeah, we are. We're gonna put some reports out there that's gonna show what characters are being brought in most often into these nodes, and I want to time box it too. So when meta changes, that data will change too. Not just because everybody's bringing in SSM now.
Oh, that'd be good.
That's not what they're always going to do.
I mean, people are asking me, who do I bring into Dark Dimension 2? I'm like, I don't know, Minerva and Star-Lord, but there's been so many other characters that are better than that. That's just who I brought. So this will keep up with the times. I like that.
Yeah,
for
sure.
Now the big question.
Uh-oh.
Cerebro Talker just said that you guys are working with the devs right now in the MSF.GG and the scope lead to get some API going.
Who's API?
Is there anything that you could share with us about an API and timing of that or anything like that?
I think we could say that it's pretty cool. I think that's pretty safe to say.
All right. Well, hopefully more information in the blog post. Hopefully there's more information on good stuff coming to Marvel Strike Force. I like your guys' shirts. You guys have some awesome shirts.
Awesome.
Shout out to you guys.
I didn't hear brothers mentioned, but we're definitely brothers.
We are my brothers from MSF.GG and our Strike Force shirt wearing brothers. All right, thank you guys. Also, make sure you guys check out links to MSF.GG, the ZeroTools, the Mantis, and everything else is going to be down below, guys. Make sure you check out their Patreon as well. They do a lot of awesome work, and their Discord. Before you guys go, let's do this. You got that ready for the Hulk fist bump?
Let's do it.
Oh yeah, here we go, baby. ValleyFlyin and the crew from MSF.GG. Out!
Out!
That was fun.